I don't know what happened. I had these big goals for my business this year, and then all of a sudden I noticed, they just weren't happening. I wasn't making the money. And I just kind of put my head in the sand and ignored it, hoped it would go away. And then, one day my spouse said, you really need to start making some money, or I think you're going to have to get a job. And that was a wake-up call for me. What's your wake-up call? I'm Darla Ledoux of Do Coaching on the web at douxcoaching.com. And I help entrepreneurs to free their genius, build their business, and live in their sweet spot. And that's an actual story from an actual client. It's also a very common story where something happens that really is that wake-up call to make you say, you know what? I thought this year was going to be different. I really did believe that I was going to be making more money in my business this year. And something happened. What's your wake-up call? What's your story? Maybe it's that you're, someone in your life, similar to the first story, someone in your life really wants you to make some money. Maybe it's that. Maybe you're tired of not taking vacation or driving an old car or whatever else you've done that you've sacrificed in order to really put your heart and soul into your business. And maybe you're tired of it. Or maybe you're like me and you said, I can't die with this dream inside me. And more importantly, I can't get a job without knowing I did everything I could to make the money and serve the clients in the way that I want. Does that sound like you? Well, here's the deal. In order to change our world, we have to actually change our world. I know it stinks, doesn't it? So, in this video, we are going to explore why we might want to change our world, right? Because we're always getting what we're committed to, and we don't really make change until the pain is greater than, kind of the rewards or the benefits of not changing, right? Until we have that wake-up call. So what are the impacts or the results or the pains of struggling to bring in clients consistently and bring in money consistently in your business? Let's explore. So one impact is you might be lonely, right? Either you're trying to figure out exactly what business you want to be doing and you're doing it on your own, because no one else can do that for you. No one in your life can do that for you, right? A guide can help you, a coach can help you, but you're feeling lonely. Or you're feeling lonely because the people in your life really don't get it, right? You're doing your business because it's your dream, it's your passion. Maybe they don't quite get it. Or maybe you're, like my story, maybe your cheerleaders have just started giving up on you. They're like, yeah, I was behind you, but, come on, prove it, right? That's a very lonely place to be. The second impact is it's distracting. So many of my clients start a business because they have a goal of having more freedom in their life. They want to be able to be where they want, work where they want, when they want, and really be present with the people in their lives, with their families, with their friends. When they're with them, they want to be fully with them and fully engaged and fully enjoying what it is they're doing. When you don't know where your next client is going to come from, when you don't have systems and structures to repeatedly bring new business in, it's very distracting. It is very challenging to be present, right? Because some part of your mind is constantly worrying about, what do I need to be doing next? What if I'm missing something? What if I'm not doing everything I could be? And just the nature of that sabotages our results. It's very distracting. That's two. The third thing it is it's very lacking. We're really lacking fulfillment when we're in a business and we're trying to make it work and we're wanting to make it work, but we're not really doing what it takes to make it work. There's a lot of lack. So again, I'll use some of my clients as examples. Most of my clients started a business because there's some difference they want to make in the world. And my guess is that's you too. And my guess is you're really, really good at what you do. And you may not fully own that right now, but trust me, you're good at what you do. You wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't. So you want to make a difference in the world and you're good at what you do, and yet you're stuck. And here's the impact of that in terms of lack of fulfillment, right? You want to make a difference in the world at large, and you want to make a difference in your world or your family. So maybe the difference you want to make in your world is, you were raised with certain beliefs or certain ways of doing things, and you want to break that chain in your family. Maybe you were raised with a belief in struggle, or you were told, simmer down, right? The world can't handle the fullness of you. Be small. Play by the rules. Maybe you were told, that's life. You have to sacrifice to get a paycheck. That's just what you do, right? Yet some part of you knows that life isn't meant to be that way. It just isn't. I was sitting in my corporate cubicle when my stepdad died of cancer. I was putting in some time so that I could keep my job, and I made a decision in that moment because some part of me knew life isn't meant to be this way. We really, we should have the ability to choose where we want to be and when, and maybe that's the difference that you want to make. And when you're not bringing in the money consistently, that's a gap, right? That's a lack for you. And then there's the difference you want to make in the world at large. So like I said, I know you're good at what you do. The difference you make with your clients, the clients that you do have, or the clients that you have that aren't paying you, right? Some of us were in a line of work that we were just born to do, so we're doing it anyway without getting paid, right? But the difference you make for your clients is astounding. You are helping them with things like making more money, having more energy or vitality, helping them to have better results, helping them to have more free time, more joy. And the effect that has is really priceless, right? When you get out of your own way and you sell them the service that they need, the ripple effect of that, you can't even measure it. Their families are affected, their friends are affected, their families, right? Future generations. When you break that chain of struggle in your family, your future generations will never be the same. So that's a lack or a gap, right? When you're not doing your life's work, the world suffers. It really does. And you know that. You know that that's why you're watching this video. You know that that's why you're in the business you're in. That's why you had the courage to step into it. But now is the time to do something different. Again, we don't make a change unless we're present to the impact of what we're currently doing. So that was my intention for you today, is to really see what's missing in the world, because I'm not getting the support I need to have the business that I desire. What's missing? So as we covered in our teleclass this week, and if you missed it, you can actually register for that below. The first step to exploding your results in 2011 is decision. It's making the decision to have what you want. It's making the decision to make the difference that you're here to make, and making the decision to get support to do something different. So my request of you is that you make a decision today. Now, your decision might be to join me in June in Denver for the Sweet Spot Business Retreat. That may be your line in the sand that says, this is when my life is going to be different. Or it may be something else. It may be another form of support that is speaking to you. But I request today, I'm not kidding, like today, like right now, that you make a decision to create 2011 to be the year that you thought it would be. Make that decision now and commit to getting whatever resource it takes to make that happen. I'll be with you again next week to talk about what it does take to make that happen. But for today, make a decision. I'm Darla Ledoux of Do Coaching, and I look forward to being with you next week and also in June in Denver.